What's cracking YouTube? Primal here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with my 2025 Call of Duty League Championship Series bracket, the final bracket before EWC of 2025. We are down to the biggest and most important championship of all time for the season. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section below, hit that notification button if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it, and let's crack on into it. So, first off, we're going to be talking about winners round one. So, all right, round one, we have LA Thieves versus Boston Breach. Breach has been on a losing streak recently, but between Thieves and Breach did get the upset over Thieves in Major. I believe it. Yeah, it was either Major 2 or Major 3 that Breach got the upset win in winners round one over Thieves. I'm going to give Thieves a 3-1 victory. I see Breach coming out and maybe stealing a hard point or search. Maybe it all depends. But normally on round one of winners, teams can come out flat and get upsetted. So if somehow somebody Breach upset Thieves on Thursday of this week, I will lose my mind. And also, guys, this is also the perfect bracket. And what that means is if I get the perfect bracket and come out first place, that's $100,000 in my pocket. So we're going to have to lock in and be ready. So, and it doesn't just mean perfect bracket of team winning. You also have to get the score perfect. So next series is Surge versus Heretics. I see this being a game 5, and I'm going to go with Heretics in game 5. I just feel like Heretics have been in better form than Surge. Just because Surge in the past 3 majors, 2, 3, and 4, Surge have come top 2 in Major 2 and Major 3. Major 4, they get top 12. And Heretics have been, in my opinion, a dark horse contender and a better contender of, yeah, they've not gone to a grand final, but when you watch them play against the other top teams of the league, they know what they're doing. They can easily upset top teams. We literally saw them upset Atlanta FaZe and losers of Major 3, sending them home. So that's why I've got Heretics taking this in game 5, and we will go into winners round 2, winners round 1, sorry guys, bottom side. So Atlanta FaZe versus Optic Texas. This one I'm going to go with FaZe in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe Optic takes map 1 off of FaZe if they haven't improved their map 1 yet. By this point, FaZe, they've had Optic's number all year long. They've only dropped a couple maps to Optic, but they've always bounced back and secured the win. Okay, being in Kitchener, Canada, outside of Toronto, Canada, I'm going to take Toronto Ultra over Carolina Royal Ravens in a 3-1 fashion. I feel like Toronto's going to get the home crowd cheese behind them of them cheering them on and all. Carolina's just been in a losing slump, so that's why I've got Toronto over Ravens. Maybe Ravens steal a search or maybe a hard point or control. I feel like Ravens could definitely steal control off of Ultra, mainly because when you watch the Ultra versus Carolina of Major 4, Ultra, they do not win it, but they win Ultra seal up the maps 4 and 5. So it's like, okay, so Ultra definitely a better Surge team, and we will go down to losers bracket. Now, Breach versus Surge. I'm going to go with Surge in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe Breach steals one map off Surge, but honestly, between these two teams, I feel like Surge is going to want revenge for being bopped out by Heretics, and Surge will move on. Now, Optic Texas versus Carolina. I'm going to go with Optic in a I could see this as a 3-0 or 3-1, honestly. It all depends on how Optic comes out and plays and how Carolina comes out and plays, because I could easily see Carolina stealing a hard point or control off of Optic. So let's jump up to winners round 2. Okay, so here we have Thieves versus Heretics, rematch of winners round 2 of Major 4 and losers final of Major 4. Heretics lose the winner's side in a controversial way of Scrap calls in the wrong streak and gets locked in. He can't do anything, and Heretics win the Skyline hardpoint. I've got Thieves taking this in a 3-1 fashion. I could see this being a 3-2 fashion, especially if Heretics come out to play. But honestly, I see this being a 3-1 fashion in favor of Thieves. And Thieves will advance to winners finals on Saturday. Now for Atlanta FaZe versus Toronto Ultra. I've got FaZe taking this in a 3-1 fashion. I could see this being a 3-0 fashion, especially if FaZe come out red hot out of the gate. Between these two, FaZe just have the deeper map pool, and I feel like FaZe are going to be hunger for revenge to win champs this year. The reason why is because they bottom out of Major 3. They don't win it. They come second at Major 4. That's going to light the fire more in FaZe to really get the job done for champs, because I feel like they were probably map pool testing / trying to test the waters. Also, they were also on the same patch notes for Major 3 and Major 4. And for champs, I believe it's patch notes 3.5, because patch notes for season 4 were bugged, but it's like Codcaster's bugged all year long. This one just makes my head hurt. It's like, guys, why don't we just play on season 4 for real? It's like, the bug is there, just deal with it. Let them play it out. It's like, yes, certain bugs do show up, like in the control, it showed one life remaining in Challengers series, and they were in the team that won the round were trying to find that one guy, and it was bugged. It's like, I feel like Thieves are just crying to the league to keep them on same patch just so nothing changes, because they'll be fully prepared for anything and everything, since it would be the same patch or similar patch to what they won back to back on. But sorry for the side rant. Yeah, FaZe, I've got this being a 3-1. FaZe, they move on. All right, next, Toronto Ultra versus Vancouver Surge. This is the war of the Canadian teams. I've got this being a 3. Something tells me in my gut 3-2 to Toronto. Could be nitty gritty. I could see 3-1, 3-2, but I feel like Toronto's better. They want revenge after being bopped out after FaZe, and they will move on. Now we have Heretics versus Optic. Now, all right. So the reason why I'm laughing is because Heretics versus Optic have been a staple since last year, since the Heretics came in to the league. And took over the Florida Mutineer spot. Now, the reason why I'm laughing is because if Vickles shows up, I feel like he will be the kryptonite to Optic. So, this one is definitely a toss up. I'm going to go with Optic in game 5. And we will go down to elimination round 3 and we'll bounce up to winner's side. Toronto versus Optic. I'm going to say You know what? I'm going to go game 5. Optic's favor. They get all the way to losers final, and I have to give Toronto their flowers. They definitely will have put on a strong, decent fight for it. But I just feel like Mercules is better than Beans. So, yeah. All right. Thieves versus FaZe. Whoever wins this will have the veto advantage, really, for grand finals. I see this being a game 5. My heart wants to go with FaZe, but I have to go with Thieves on this one. I'm going to go with Thieves 3-2. Thieves to grand finals. And FaZe, they're going to want full bloody revenge. They're going 3-1 Optic and get into grand finals. Now, this is where I feel things are going to get really intense really fast. I'm going to call game 8 in favor of FaZe, and FaZe will take the championship. And the reason why is because FaZe, you mess with the Tiny Terrors, and Tiny Terrors will roar back. It's like in my gut, I know people are saying Thieves are going to win champs. Thieves are going to win champs, but you can never, ever count FaZe out. FaZe up, guys. All right. So yeah, I am excited for champs this weekend and week. Definitely will be taking notes of champs. Definitely going to be making notes for podcast for next week. And during the off season, I'll be doing podcasts whenever I've got any major information or once team solidifications are fully looking like it before we get into the Black Ops 7 season for the 2025-2026 season. So, yeah. Sorry for any rants I did. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it, and drop a comment in comment section below of who you think is going to win champs this year. All right, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.